Hey guys, and welcome back to Hoosier Hardware. Today I'm taking a little bit of a break from the Ryzen coverage and all that to take a look at some battle stations on Reddit. But before we get into taking a look at some of these things, critiquing, reviewing, whatever you want to call it, I do want to mention that the AMD Ryzen 5 3600X giveaway is still going on for about another week, 8 days, something like that. If you're interested in entering and trying to win the Ryzen 5 3600X for free, as long as you're in North America, then the link is in the description down below to enter that giveaway. With all that said, let's take a look at some of these battle stations from Reddit. First up is this insane Mineral PC, and I absolutely would never build one of these Mineral PCs unless I just had a ton of money and I really had nothing better to do with it. So I guess you could say if I was rich, there is a good chance I would put one of these together. But this is really cool because not only do we actually have the PC itself, which looks like it's been sort of put into a custom case of some sort. Obviously, there's been some work done because it's a regular PC case that likely, actually, it looks like I can see sort of the lip there. So they sort of put in like a fish tank type of thing going on. But then over here on the left side, if I pause this little looping video here, you'll notice that we also have a custom display that's hooked up that is at least set up right now to show what I assume are things like temperatures, fan RPMs if there are any going on in there, like maybe the GPU fan, that sort of thing. Voltages maybe, that sort of thing. Anyways, the custom stats of the PC itself are on that secondary display, which is just a really cool concept. Super never would build one of these, like I said, unless I was just absolutely rich and had nothing better to do with my money. But this is a really cool system, and if nothing else, I can at least appreciate it. And the work that went into it. So really cool stuff. Now I could have picked almost any number of these Reddit battle stations, but I just sort of went with this one because it was near the top. But this is one of those setups that I look at and say, this is something that PC gamers aspire to. You have almost perfect cable management. You have cable management, raceway strips. It looks like we have a sound bar going on right between the TV on top and the two monitors there on the bottom. Everything sort of works together. It's this white and black theme as well as a purple theme going on. It's just almost a perfect setup as far as that goes. The only thing that I don't like, and this is a personal preference, but the only thing I don't really like is the dual monitor setups. They're just not my thing. If I want to have multiple monitors, I'd rather have three, have one in the center, and then two flanking that center one. But I do absolutely love this setup as a whole. It looks super clean. Based on this mouse cable here, it looks like they may even run a hole in the actual desk to get that cable down below the desk and then back over to the PC. Just top-notch setup here. Absolutely love it. This is something that all PC gamers aspire with their individual setups, though if you're like me, you don't really come close. Here we have a classic Apple setup. So here we have a fractal design case, and it is just cram-packed with Noctua fans. This is one of those PCs that you look at and you're like, it doesn't look overly great. Like the cable management's actually really nice here. They have cable combs on their custom extensions, but this thing is absolutely packed. But the nice thing about a system like this is the airflow is actually probably really solid based on all those fans channeling air from the front of the case clear to the back and then out there, that rear exhaust. We have a giant RTX 2080 Ti. This system is a very compact beast for the hardware that it looks to be packing in there. So again, great cable management. Really don't have much to critique on this thing. Other than just saying it's a really nice build. Here we have some John Wick Unicorn Vomit, an insanely expensive PC that I can never dream of affording. And here we go. This is a really nice system in that this is what I think most people making the move from consoles over to PC gaming really need to aspire to get. What we have here is fantastic cable management, at least overall. Looks really nice. We have what looks to be a fairly budget case, and I'm basing that on the fact that we don't have any rubber grommets here, and it looks like there's not tons of room behind that motherboard tray. We have a fairly basic Seasonic 80 plus bronze certified power supply, but it's got the ketchup and mustard cables. But other than that, we have a really cohesive build. We have black and gray and white build here. The fans featuring a little white. The GPU has a little bit of gray. The motherboard has a little bit of gray, but largely a pretty stealthy looking build. And what looks to be, I'm guessing this is an RX 570 or maybe a 580. And under here, I'm guessing we have a Ryzen, maybe 1600, 2600. Since it was posted a little while back, I'm guessing it's not a 3600 just yet. Looks like it's the Wraith Spire cooler, maybe, based on its height. Can't tell. So maybe the 2600X even, or something like that. But we have what looks like a fairly budget-oriented build here, which probably cost this person about $600-ish, maybe $500. But it looks great, and it's been well built, well put together, and this is a system that no one would be embarrassed to show off. And this is a system that's likely giving this person a great gaming experience at 60 plus FPS pretty much across the board in all of their games, at least at 1080p. And they may have to play with some settings here and there depending on which GPU this is. But hey, this is a great system that definitely didn't break the bank, and it still looks amazing. Here we have a peculiar system in that it's really well built, at least it looks really well built, but I'm not really sure why that Asus graphics card is sort of on that bottom PCIe by 16 slot. I don't know why you wouldn't raise it up to the top one. Don't really know what's going on there, but other than that, again, a really nice looking build. Just don't know why that graphics card is chilling out at the bottom of the case. Now this one might make some of you cringe, and I don't know why you wouldn't sort of cut off the excess here of this sort of yellow tie that you're using to hold your 2.5-inch hard drive to the hard drive bay there. But other than that, I actually don't have a big problem with this as long as you get these drives in there securely and they're not wobbling around, especially hard drives. You don't want those really shaking around much at all. But as long as you get it in there securely, especially considering this case almost certainly does not have a window on the side of it, hey, I have no problem with using zip ties or just twist ties or whatever to make something like this work. Because this is someone that's retrofitting a 2.5-inch drive somewhere where it was never belong, or never supposed to belong anyways, and here we go. And you know what? The thing probably works just fine. You know what I love about this setup is the fact that I actually believe work gets done here, unlike some of those unrealistic setups that we sometimes see in pictures where everything is just perfectly arranged, the desk is completely clean. Whoever actually built this is actually using it for real world work, and frankly the setup still looks great, especially that tower over there. Looks like it's well put together. It's definitely a cohesive build. We have white RAM chips in there. Looks like we have an AMD system. We have a white and black MSI card, and it's a white and black enclosure from NZXT, I believe. So overall, just again, a well built PC, but unlike others that we've seen, I actually believe this dude is doing work. And that seems like a pretty good place to just go ahead and stop right there. But here's the point of all of this. You can have a really nice system, and a lot of the time your first PC build is not gonna be filled with the most premium components out there. I would go back to that case that we looked at with the AMD system in it. It didn't look like it was overly expensive components, but the system itself looked great because whoever had built it actually took some time and put some love and care into putting the system together. And I think that's the major takeaway here, is you don't need top-end specs to build a really great looking PC. All you need is a little bit of time and really just a little bit of planning, especially with cable management, getting all that stuff sort of squared away. But you don't need a lot of extra time to get a system put together that looks great, and you don't need to invest $1,000+ into a system to get them looking top tier. So let me know in those comments down below what you think of some of these systems. I'll leave the link to Reddit so you can go and check out some of these systems as well as others that are posted on Reddit, because a lot of them do really look great. The builders clearly put some time into them, and frankly, they're just kind of fun to look at. So I'll leave all that down below. The link to the giveaway will be down below. But of course, if you like this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, and comment. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Hoosier Hardware. And as always, I'll let YouTube queue up a couple more videos from my channel for you to watch. I'm Shane with Hoosier Hardware, and I'll see you guys in the next video.